Premier League kits, the thing that can split an entire fan base. They can either be absolutely godly and fresh, or absolutely trash and doo-doo. But let's go through this season's Premier League kits. First up, Arsenal. I think they have done one of the best jobs in this season so far. This kit, the red and the white, it just stands out to me. It is just a normal Arsenal kit, but it's so effective. The patterns are not too much, but it's eye-catching and very good. I think the fans should be happy with this one, and if they aren't, they're just stupid, because this is one of the best kits this season, and they've already won a trophy in it, so that's a bonus. So I think this kit is one of the best this year, but the font on the back looks like King Henry personally written it himself. Looks like they're from medieval ages when they still used ink and feathers to write. But I would rate this a solid 8 out of 10 for Arsenal. They've done a very good job here. To follow up that is Aston Villa. It's not the best kit in my opinion. It's very basic, nothing about it. £57, it's just a rip-off for me. The blue and the brownish red, it's alright. It's not the best kit, but I don't know. Kappa and Kazoo. I thought it was the drink company Yazoo then, but it's an alright kit. It's not the best. It's not the worst, especially when there's some absolute stinkers on this list. But it's alright. It's very basic. Nothing about it. Nothing really stands out to me. It's basically like last year's. So I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 10. It's one of the lowest rating in my list because it's very basic. Now, Brighton. I think Nike have done a decent job with this one. It's not really out there. It's a very basic kit, but it's very effective. The white and the yellowy mustard looks quite nice actually. But I've seen this somewhere before. Yes, we did it first. Look at that. Ours is better than Brighton's, just saying. So I'm going to rate this a 7 out of 10. So the Seagulls should be happy with this one. And I think a lot of shirts will be sold this year, because Adam Lallana's come. So that might sell a lot of shirts. I think Burnley's kit this year is really disappointing, because it's like last year. And there's not really been much released about it. It's just very basic and boring. Basically Burnley in a nutshell. So I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. And hopefully can do better next year. Chelsea's kit this year, very basic. Nike, they haven't really much had to design about it. There's no pattern on it. It's just a blue kit at the end of the day, which you probably could pick up at Sports Direct. But the free sponsor actually looked quite nice, and Nike, they've done an alright job. It's not one of the worst kits here, so I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10, and maybe they can improve on it next year. But it might sell a lot because it's very basic, but it is still effective at the end of the day. It looks quite clean, so 6.5 out of 10, it's not bad. Crystal Palace's kit this year is one of the worst kits this season. I think Crystal Palace fans hate it. All football fans hate it. Puma have done one of the worst jobs designing this kit. The amount of nice concept kits they could have gone for, and they've chosen this one. I would not buy this if I was a Palace fan. I don't think anyone would buy it basically. It's one of the worst kits and deserves a low 3 out of 10 for me. Very disappointing and just a shite kit in general. Everton has done a very good job in my opinion. The white and the blue, it's not out there, it's very basic, but it's very good. I think Hummels have done a very good job with this kit, and yet again, Kazoo's made an appearance. So I think this is a solid 8 out of 10 for me. One of the best kits here. I don't know why, but I think it just looks very good to me. Now, this is a concept kit, but if this happens, it's going to be one of the nicest Premier League kits here. Black and white, if you get it right, it is going to be a good kit at the end of the day. Surely you can't get it wrong. It's going to be a high 8.5 out of 10 for me. And surely this has to happen. Now Leeds United, I hate this team with a passion, but the kit is very clean and very nice. Blue and white just go together very well. I've only got one picture because they haven't released much about it, but if that happens, it's going to be a 7 out of 10 for me. One of the nicest in the Premier League. Leicester City's kit this year is very classy. Blue with a touch of gold, the famous 3 stripes. I think they've done a decent job here. There's no really pattern about it, but the King Power, of course it's got to be on there. Thailand smiles with you. It's very good at the end of the day, but it's not one of the best. So I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. Maybe could be a bit higher, I don't know. Liverpool have partnershiped with Nike this year and have gone for a very Nike template kit. White with a bit of teal on it. It looks very nice, to be fair, and very fresh. But I think they've took fresh to another level, making it look like a tub of toothpaste. But overall, I think it's one of the nicest in the Premier League, an 8 out of 10. You might disagree with me, but I think it's a very nice kit at the end of the day. Manchester City's kit. Puma are known to be like ballsy, making very weird designs, but it's a solid little kit. But at the end of the day, it does look like a mini pool. But I think it is a very... It's not one of the best, but it's not one of the worst. So I gave it a 5.5 out of 10. Looking back, I probably could have given it a higher score, maybe like a 6 or 6.5. But it's not one of the best, so it's a 5.5. Now, going to the red side of Manchester, Adidas, it just does look like them Adidas template kits. Looks like you could pick it up from JD or Sports Direct. Has a very weird pattern on it. It's not out there, but it's subtle. But it does look like one of them bus seats that you used to go on to go swimming in year 4. But overall, a 6 out of 10. I think it's better than the City kit, but not much better. I think both Manchester clubs have done not the best jobs, so it's a 6 out of 10 for me. Newcastle's kit, it just looks like last year's but with a bit more stripes. I guess you can't really do much with the Newcastle kit, because at the end of the day, it's just black and white with some stripes. But they could have done at least some designs on it, but they've just gone for nothing special. Like, they haven't done anything about it. Basically, like Newcastle, they're not going to challenge for anything. They're just a mid-table club. So I gave it a 4.5 out of 10. One of the most disappointing kits this year. Maybe a bit better from last year, but could have done something about it. Like, they could have added a bit something special, but they just didn't. Sheffield United kits is one of the worst this season. It just doesn't look right. It looks like the kit wants to melt away. It just looks very bad in my opinion. Nothing about it. The shoulder, the patterns not even connected to the shoulder. They've just made it all wrong in this kit. So it's one of the lowest rated here. 3 out of 10 for me. Could have done a lot better, but just decided to make it one of the worst this year. Southampton's kit. I've seen what they're trying to do. They've kind of pulled it off. They've gone out there at least. They've tried something new, which I actually like about it. They've tried something out, but at the end of the day, it just does look like one of them bridesmaid things. You know, when it goes newly married or something. But it's a solid kit. 6 out of 10 for me. Could have rated it a bit higher, but at a push it's 6. So Southampton, you've got a decent kit on your hands. Tottenham Hotspur's kit. What has Nike done wrong? It's not that hard to mess up a Tottenham kit, but Nike have just done that. What's the point of them little shoulder pad? It just doesn't even look good on the shoulder. It's just a very miserable kit for me. There's just nothing about it. It's just very... no. 4 out of 10 I gave it, because it's not a very nice kit at all. It's one of the worst. And Tottenham, you've just messed it up. The last of the 3 promoted teams is West Brom. They've gone for a very barcodey type of kit, which I just don't like. It just looks very odd. and just doesn't look nice. What have they tried to do here? Why add them little mini stripes and why add one of them big thick stripes? It just doesn't make sense to me. Puma again, they just what are they doing with their designs? Puma, just get it sorted. But 2.5 out of 10. I think this is my lowest rated kit because it just doesn't look nice. And West Brom, you've got a very dead kit. I think Umbro has done a very good job on this West Ham kit. I think it's tributes like the Bowling Ground kit when that like got took down, but it's a very nice tribute. Also, it's an anniversary for West Ham, so I think they've made it very basic and started like they've scrapped all the fancy designs and just made it West Ham, which I love about it. But at the end of the day, it's like a mid-table kit, so I've gave it a 6.5 out of 10. But I think I can see it selling very well for West Ham. The last kit on this list is Wolverhampton. Again with the shoulder things. Why can't you just get it over the shoulder? And why have they made it so weird? Other than that, I think it's a very nice kit. Of course, you can't go wrong with a Wolverhampton kit because at the end of the day, it's just an orange and black kit. But it just does look like a mouldy orange. But there's nothing wrong with that. I think Wolverhampton have done a decent job. And again, I've gave it a 6.5 out of 10. It's one of the most decent kits here. So Wolverhampton, got a good kit. Well, that's it. Make sure to like and subscribe. I might do another one, but with the away kits. But as always, see you into the next one. Bye.